and Sarah today, celebrating with them in their love and partnership. They make a wonderful pair, adventuring through life together while supporting each other as individuals. Sarah and Hugo met during the pandemic. In a time that was heavy for the whole world, they found love. Woo! I am so excited to be here with our family and friends, and with Stella, of course. Sarah has been present my entire life. I do not know a time without Sarah being in it. Little known fact, she picked my name when I was born. My parents asked both grandpas to suggest a name for a new baby girl. I was going between Rebecca and Rachel. Sarah met me at the hospital and knew who I was and what it had to be. I know it may seem silly, but I'm so fucking glad you picked the right one. Whenever anyone calls me Rachel, I cringe, just knowing it was not who I was meant to be. I looked up to Sarah so much and followed in her footsteps religiously. I played all the sports she played, tried all the clubs she was in. We wore matching outfits that our mom made, and I wore all the hand-me-downs that she got as hand-me-downs. Sarah was always the smarter, older sister showing me the way. When she was in 8th grade and I was in 5th grade, I was allowed to join the after-school math club for middle schoolers because she was in it. I fucking loved beating those 8th graders in Sudoku. Nothing gives you an ego quite like beating Adam Halleck to be the second person done. After Sarah, of course. Sarah helped do my hair and makeup for events. She showed me how to do the cool moves like Soulja Boy's Crank That with the public accent. Oh my gosh. We would watch all the Lifetime movies and every Law & Order SVU episode that existed together. We weren't ready to keep that serial killer from getting our family. Sarah taught me how to French braid, how to play DS and garbage, and how to smile for my photos. We did a killer performance of Irish dancing to Love Shack for her 8th grade talent show. We ended it with me doing a back bend and Sarah sitting on top of me. An electric performance, if I do say so myself.
Encore.
Sarah would bring me up to speed on all the need to know for school field trips. Mrs. Theodore is still upset with me that I ruined that one nature trip. I savored every moment of time with her, knowing just how lucky I was thanks to Sarah paving the way. Knowledge is power, and Sarah was going to ensure I was the most powerful 5th grader out there. No one would fuck with Becca. And I had Sarah's back too. My dad tells the story from when we were really little. We were at an event in town at the gazebo, listening to music. Everyone in Itasca turns out for these events. Sarah was bigger than me and playing soccer with the other kids, while I chilled out in the stroller next to my parents. I watched one of the older boys take her out with a tackle, and I was not going to have it. I hopped up out of my stroller and sprinted at him, taking him out, kneeling on his shoulders, and smacking him about his head. When I was questioned as to why I did that, I responded, "He hurt Sarah." Hugo, take notes. And have a fiery Irish temper I inherited from my mother. Sarah and I were in high school together for 1 year when she was a senior and I was a freshman. She drove us 45 minutes every day to our all-girls school and then back home. She was forced to listen to me sing Adele's Rolling in the Deep off-key all the time. Those were some long rides. During those times, Sarah taught me Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj were the cool music to listen to. She taught me how to get away with breaking dress code violations in a subtle way. We had block classes at that time where each class was 90 minutes long. Well, Sarah taught me that if you're going to be 15 minutes late to the first class, why bother? Just skip it. Don't go until the next class. Sleep in. Go get that McDonald's hash brown. Take the time for yourself. We spent a good amount of time in detention together. We battled that administration team, not wavering at their judgment. Of late again, I had some of my best times that year driving with you, convincing you to buy Potbellies, Chipotle, or Portillo's, sitting in that city traffic, turning that 45-minute drive into an hour-and-a-half ride. Sarah helped prepare me for a lot in life. She has been the best older sister and guide in my life. Recently when I was home, we were watching home videos and came across Sarah's first Christmas. She was a wild-haired, sleepy little baby. I'm so certain my parents ripped her out of bed just to come open presents. Sarah looked dumbfounded when she came on the camera. Why the hell did you wake me up? After a little coaxing from my parents, she began slowly opening presents. Watching the video of her opening presents one by one was incredibly painful. So painfully slow that I was asking Hugo and Sarah if we could fast forward to even the single unwrapping of the present. I should note that since that first Christmas in our house, no Christmas presents have ever been wrapped again. Sarah was being Sarah. She was meticulous and thoughtful, and she was not even a year old. These are qualities of Sarah that have always been ever present. Sarah was cautious and measured when it came to life, taking it all in. Observant, reflective, methodical. These are qualities I lacked at times, or even did not need to build out because Sarah was there letting me know what was good. When I think of these moments and times and the care she had for me, I just know you're going to make an amazing parent. Your thoughtfulness, care, and love for others is so apparent. Sarah is the most loyal person in your corner, challenging you to be your best self. While we butt heads at times, I know I will always have her leading my cheer team, encouraging me to keep going. I am so excited and honored to get to see this love be transferred onto other people, like Hugo, and this new little lady who I am going to love endlessly. I am so excited to be an aunt. I can't wait to corrupt your kid. I have been going over all the cool movies I need to show them. Note to my mom and dad, Braveheart and Ghost in the Darkness do not make the list for movies I would show a little child. The boundless love this little person will receive is going to be amazing. I will be that crazy cool aunt, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Sarah is a patient person by our family standards. She tried to help Emmett with math. She taught Jack how to ride a bike, and she's worked for years with neurodivergent communities. If you ever need some fun stories, ask Sarah to detail all the different jobs she worked in New Orleans. My personal favorite being is picking up the electric scooters after drunk people have crashed them. Since Sarah met Hugo, I know he has added some calmness and ease to my sister. I have seen an assuredness to her that many would envy. She has done so much of that work herself to be this strong, thoughtful individual, but Hugo has been a wonderful addition to it all. Hugo himself is patient and thoughtful, sweet and so welcoming to others. Sarah was once telling me of a disagreement that she and Hugo were having. Sarah wanted to fix it, continue the conversation, because like me, she wanted to get right at it and fix it. I wonder where we get that from, Mom. Well, Hugo wanted to sit with it and think about how he felt, process his feelings, and then come together. Hugo proceeded to slowly build a Lego set in front of Sarah, having her watch and think. I can only imagine the discomfort my sister felt in that moment. But eventually, that Lego replica of a Zelda castle was built and they talked. I laughed so hard when I heard this story because I'm just like my sister in that way. Hugo knew what he needed and Sarah was able to meet him there. When I sit and think about this moment, I am filled with love and happiness for you both and your future family. Love is work. Love requires us to look inward and take stock. How do I feel? How does this make them feel? How best can we come together? An author I really like, Ursula K. Le Guin, says, love just doesn't sit there like a stone, it has to be made like bread, remade all the time, made new. You both demonstrate that so much to me. You respect each other's needs, show up for one another when you need it, give each other time and space, and then build. These are wonderful qualities of a partnership. This baby is going to have some great role models on how to love, how to process how you feel, and how to take care of yourself. My advice for you both is to keep challenging one another, loving one another, and showing up for one another. Also, Hugo, let's talk about getting you a Lego credit card. Sarah has been present for my entire life, and I could not imagine it without her. When I picture the future and all that we're going to do, I picture Hugo there too, and Stella, of course, and that little lady. Life can change so quickly before any of us are ready, but boy am I getting ready for all of our adventures to come. Hugo, you are a wonderful person who deserves all the love and joy. Sarah, you are my older sister, my best friend, my protector, my confidant, and my partner in crime for life. There's so many stories and moments that I have with you that could talk for hours up here. Some of those stories are just for us, And some will tell at later dates when my parents aren't in the room. I love you both so much. Now can we get a big cheers for the bride and groom? Here's to you both and a life filled with community, love, and joy. Woo! Nuestra hermosa pareja, Sarah y Hugo!
We shouldn't go over.
Now
right now?
we are lucky
I'll
enough
do it right now.
to hear